Good afternoon, students. I once again welcome you all to Summer 2 session of BIO211, Biotech and Society course. And in this segment or in today's lecture, I am going to discuss the syllabus and how we are going to proceed across this semester. So one thing that I try to make it clear that these summer semesters or summer or winter semesters, they're pretty fast. They go fast at this as they're supposed to. So you have to stay on top of it on every day. There will be some activity every day, and each activity has points. So my advice is don't even miss if there is an activity that has only 2 points. In the end, everything counts and helps. So, and also the amount of, because we are not meeting in person, we are not on campus. So what has this resulted into is that more work is expected as a mode of gauging the progress. So for example, there are 8 students now instead of 27 students now, and I am going to present the syllabus before you and discuss the syllabus. Now, how do I know that rest 19 students have studied the syllabus? I have no clue. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is ask a set of questions from the syllabus. So on one hand, this eases the process of timing. There is no a fixed time for you to attend the class or for me to go into the class. On the other hand, for me, because at the end of the day, I am the teacher, I have to put across concept knowledge to my students. So the only way I can get a feedback is by looking at your answers, by looking how you reciprocate to my questions. So that results into, a workload. Particularly in this asynchronous summer system. So I try to make this clear very beginning, in the beginning, that, it will be, working, next few weeks. And so that's one part. The second part is that this is a very simple, straightforward course. So just one question. How many, and you can write this in the chat area, how many of you have already taken Bio 101 course before taking this course? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say there are 4 students who have taken Bio 101 before taking this course, which makes it further easier that But the way this course is designed that makes it different than Bio 101 is that after a few chapters, this course goes into applied version. So what you learn from here is basic concepts of biology, and then you try to navigate into areas where you learn how these basic fundamental concepts have been developed into tool technologies, and that's to improve human health, climate, environment, so on and so forth. So so I see that 5 out of 8 students, they have taken, so it's more than 50% of you have taken Bio 101. So let me share the syllabus with you, which I already posted on the Blackboard. So one thing is that given that this is an asynchronous system, our interface is not a physical classroom, a meeting point. Our meeting point is Blackboard. Zoom is fine, that we are having a virtual meeting, but as far as business is concerned, it is not in a physical classroom, it is on the Blackboard. So keep a tab on the Blackboard. right? Every day there will be an assignment, there will be a lecture, there will be a topic, engagement. So first advice is that keep your eyes open or eyes, focused on Blackboard, how it progresses. So briefly about myself, although I have posted my introduction on the Blackboard, perhaps you got a chance to review my introduction. Uh, One thing I want to point out that in the discussion board, you have to you have to write your introduction as well. This introduction is a, is a signal for your class participation, and that goes as a report to registrar, because registrar wants, or administration or CUNY, they want to, we have to report to CUNY that yes, a student is engaging in the classroom. Had this been a physical classroom, one-to-one, face-to-face, then your attendance would have been sufficient. But in the asynchronous system, you have to do and demonstrate an activity. And that activity that I have kept is your introduction in the discussion board. And I have given a deadline, which is, I believe, July 20th by 11:59 p.m. So make sure you do that before the deadline is over. And that's very important for your enrollment to this class. My name is Shiraz Mujtaba. My basic qualification, or rather maximum qualification, is I'm a PhD. I did my PhD in the area of molecular biology and immunology in the area of HIV and AIDS, and I did my master's in biosciences, biotechnology, and then my undergrad in zoology honors, and then I came to most of my primary education has been in India, but I came to US as a postdoctoral fellow at Mount Sinai School of Medicine in New York City, and stayed there for 13, 14 years before coming to Medgars. I have been teaching this course perhaps since 2014, or maybe spring of 2013. I don't remember, but quite a few years have gone by teaching this course, and I really like this course because, as I mentioned to you, I like this course because in first few chapters I talk about very essential knowledge of biology, and then this course transits into applied portion, applied version of biology. So you know. I'm not sure whether all of you are biology major, but biology has become a very important topic or discipline or area, and mainly because you see this pandemic that we have gone through last few years, the development of vaccines and the spectrum of disease that was caused by COVID-19, and how a virus can shut down the whole universe. I won't say universe, but the whole planet, suffering. So health education, health-based research is not only has become essential, but it has become, a day-to-day, knowledge, acquiring knowledge. So for example, let's say a new variant comes up, maybe we'll get another booster. Maybe we don't know the how effective this vaccine, how strong this vaccine will be for next 5 years. Let's say there is a new strain after 5, 6 years, then do we get vaccinated again? Now, how do you know that there's a new strain? Obviously, we need to take advantage of RNA sequencing or DNA sequencing to know from where this mutant strain is coming. Also, this is very much tagged to artificial intelligence. For example, contact tracing. Let's say somebody is positive and is moving. So if to make sure, to be an educated person, to be that, wherever let's say I'm a positive and I come to a classroom, then I must report to my college that, hey, I'm positive, and I came in contact with so many students, so that the information can go, and wherever I moved, people can come to know that they're at potential risk, so they can quarantine. So several things came up to our because of this pandemic, which was by a virus that could spread by breathing, right? The virus replicates in the upper nasal cavity, so it's easy to go from one person to another person, even if you're sitting very close, and you sneeze or not sneeze, a simple handshake. So biology is very important, and with biology you learn how this virus replicate, how which cells are more prone for this virus to be attacked upon. So many things, right? Uh, so this course is important. Rather, biology has become important, and it has come to forefront of. So all the profession related to biology have will be in high demand. For example, nursing or health administrator or public health, even psychology. Because of quarantine, many people had to have mental stress. It was not easy, um, you know, um, for anyone. So I became infected twice with COVID-19, twice or thrice. So every time I had to quarantine, it was very stressful. So 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 that's the significance of biology and technology going forward, right? So, I mentioned to you about myself, my education, my educational background. What is the significance of this course? Now, this is an asynchronous system where I am not teaching uh, at a particular time. This is the most flexible pedagogical approach. Um, but I will be having an office hours every day, Monday to Thursdays, from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. If you have any issues, um, you can come to my office hours. All the lectures will be posted every day, Monday to Thursday. Each lecture is associated with an assignment that has a deadline. And as I mentioned to you in the beginning of my opening, that it will go very fast. So keep a uh, keep in command, be in command of this course. And it's very easy course, straightforward, so you can have a very respectable grade. It's not. So the Zoom link, this is the Zoom link, right? That will be good for a whole semester, or whole summer two. So I have posted this Zoom also on the announcement on the Blackboard. Um, so let's go further. So what is this course overview? So course overview, as I mentioned to you, biotechnology and society, uh, they are very interactive. And for example, let's take another example, climate change, right? There are many places in the world they're facing drought, and that drought could be because of human activity. So, many forests have been, you know, taken apart, and there are new buildings there. So the nature is adjusting to human activities, right? So how do you replenish those? How do you try to fill in the gaps which is due to human activity? So you have to take care of your neighborhood community by planting trees, or taking care of animals that are being dislocated. Because let's say if the forest is changing, then the animals, they are having a hard time. And if they are removed, if they are extinct from this planet, then your one layer of food web is being removed, and that would lead to explosion of one of the population of animals. So, the planet will move towards imbalance. So there are many things. Similarly, pollution, right? So pollution can affect our breathing. It can lead to respiratory diseases. So how do we take care of these pollutions? Or any environmental toxicants that are being released in the atmosphere. So biotechnology is one of the potential answers to many of the crises that the human race is going to encounter in next few years or next century, and so on and so forth. So the history of biotechnology is not of today, but many years back, perhaps when human civilization was trying to settle on the bank of river because they wanted to stay close to water for the sake of cooking or life, and they came in contact with soil, and they took agriculture as their first profession, because at some point of time human civilization, they decided not to go from one place to another in search of food, but to settle down. And when they settled down near river for convenience, then the humid temperature of near river, it gave rise to various diseases. Secondly, when agriculture became one of the first profession of human civilization, humans came in close contact with soil, and soil has a lot of microorganisms. Also, for sake of convenience, humans started depending upon animals. And then there are many bugs in animals that could transmit to humans. So, for example, COVID-19, as far as I know, the primary host was bat, and then the virus mutated somewhere, and then it moved into human body. So human civilization is always dynamic, and given that we dominate this planet, we move things around based upon our will, and we have to face the consequences. But good thing is that human mind has the capacity to at least address or research or to find out the best solution to the upcoming challenges. So biology is knowledge based. Biotechnology is application of this knowledge, and this knowledge can bear fruit that society can take advantage from, whether it's a vaccine, whether it's a plant, whether it's a good quality nutritious drink, so and so forth. So now I move to what is the learning objective of this course. So, or let's say, what is the student learning outcomes? Meaning that what are you going to gain from this course? This is listed as 9 points. So number one is discuss the definition of biotechnology, the history, the fundamentals of modern biotechnology. So this particular definition, history, I will be covering all throughout this course. So just to define biotechnology is, one of the ways you can define biotechnology is to is to is to develop a framework where a fundamental knowledge can be developed into a tool and technology, and this tool or technology can uplift the human society. Uh, so and uplifting of human society could be health based, could be commerce based. If you open a small company, that company can employ people, and that will raise the economy of that community. SLO number 2, demonstrate the knowledge of basic biology of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, the macromolecules of life, the structure and function of DNA, and central dogma. This is quite a big sentence, quite a long sentence, but this course, you will see from tomorrow, this starts from atoms, how atoms form molecules, how molecules form macromolecules, and how these macromolecules are important part of our cell. And then you can divide these cells into two major parts, depending upon the type of nucleus, into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And you can look at how these cells function and support our body. So that is SLO number 2. Third is discuss and identify the principles and common terms and techniques of recombinant DNA and technology. So SLO number 3 directly hints at the application of the fundamental knowledge, how we use bacteria for developing a recombinant product. Let's say a vaccine, let's say a protein or a hormone, that we'll study in chapter number 4th, chapter number 5th. SLO number 2, we will be studying in chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these first 4 chapters are very important for your fundamental knowledge. And from these 4 chapters, you will be having at least 2 quizzes and 1 midterm. And all the questions in these quizzes, midterm, final exam, they all be multiple choice questions. SLO number 4th, discuss the recent advances in modern biotechnology and some of the applications and challenges. So, as I mentioned to you, there will be new challenges as human population is increasing, but the technology is in the hands of humans and scientists, and who will strive for a better technology. So we will see some of the major advances that happened in the area of biology. It could be stem cells, it could be recombinant DNA technology, proteins, RNA, how these molecules are being used for application, human genome sequencing. So we'll study as we make progress during this semester. Demonstrate the knowledge of the positive impacts of biotechnology. Anything, there are 2 sides to a coin, head and tail. So one should have knowledge as a student, what are the advantages of a biotechnology, what are the disadvantages of biotechnology. For example, cell phone, most of us have cell phones. We are dependent upon it 200% for everything. Phone can be your security, phone can be your knowledge base, but excessive use of phone or using this for a different purpose can be counterproductive. So likewise, biotechnologies also will have some positive impacts, some negative impacts, right? So technology is last 50 years, if you go back, then the human brain used to drive the society. But now it is a technology that is driving the societies. And many of the actions that we are taking, we don't know the consequences. We don't know of consequences of keeping 5G iPhone in our pocket all the time, right? So technology is driving us. We don't know. We are consuming 90% of the plant food that we are consuming they are genetically modified organism, plants, right? So we don't know how will this affect, or it is affecting our body or physiology. So we are accepting technology as we are moving forward, and technology is driving us. And this technology doesn't happen in one day. It starts as an idea, as a proof of principle that is patented, and the person who develops this tool or technology gets the benefit. So that is SLO number 6. Demonstrate the understanding and ability to identify, evaluate current issues of biotechnology, making informed personal societal choices as a citizens in 21st century. So we will discuss this when we talk about patenting, how biotechnology can affect current issues, equity, social justice, so on and so forth. Apply critical thinking to the societal problems. That's SLO number 8. Number 9 is to insert a writing intensive assignment. So all the assignments that you will be doing, it will be writing intensive, the discussion board, and so make sure you're on top of this. I see, let me see, just want to check the chat area in case I have a question. Okay, so there are no question yet, but I would try to take a pause, and if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask. So I'll just, so this is 1:05. I will wait for 5 minutes, and please ask me any questions if you have. So I don't see any questions. So let me make progress. So the book.
Wait, sorry. Can I
Yeah.
say the question here? Yeah.
Yeah, please.
I just want to ask what days are the Zoom meetings and times?
So if you look at the first page of the syllabus,
Yeah.
Monday to
Oh.
Thursday, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Okay?
Is it at the, do you take attendance for that?
No, this is no attendance.
Oh, okay, got it.
No attendance.
So this is just like a workshop or
this is, I try
office
to.
hour. This is the office hour, right?
This is office hours.
All right, thank you.
This is office hours. This is like you don't have to attend office hours unless you have some questions. And but you have to be very, very prompt with the assignments and learning activities that are posted every day. Your engagement is determined by your ability to reciprocate to all the assignments, discussion board, questions, so on and forth. Office hours is just to support you in case you have questions or you're encountering some challenges in the course. So there's no attendance, there's no policy for attendance. Am I clear? So this is the book. This book is available on Amazon. I think it is $15 or $20 and it can be delivered within 24 hours. So let's look at the grading. So homework and assignments, they're 20%. Just a second. I might have posted this from spring semester. So just wanted to bring out the syllabus for summer semester. So just give me 1 second.
Professor, I have a question for you.
Yeah, just a second. Just a second. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Trying to. Yeah. Yes, please go ahead and ask me questions.
You said something about the book. Isn't it the book that's on oh my God, what's the name of this thing? The Top Hat? Because that's what I saw.
No, I don't work with Top Hat, but let me just take out the from the Amazon.
If I could see what the book looks like, because it's
Yeah,
showing me
you're right.
Top Hat.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, not a problem.
I think we have on the book. If you go to Blackboard in your library, you can see it there because I bought it from there. So I don't have it with
It's
me
not
now.
showing.
That's why I don't.
showing.
That's why I couldn't show it to you because I'm at work, so I forgot to bring it. I could have just take the picture and show
I
it to
can't
you.
see mine, so you'll have to show it to me. Thank you.
So if you're gonna be there tomorrow, I can just come quickly and show it to you.
Sure, thank you.
So this is the book, Biotechnology Demystified, and it's $20.70. Kindle, $11.88, and the price has a little bit increased, I think, because of shipping and all those things.
Okay, thank you. I actually have that book already. Thank you.
So we were talking about the grading, and by mistake I had shown you the grading from fall or spring semester. This is for summer and winter semesters. So homework and assignment would amount to 25%.
Professor, by the way, in the syllabus, the schedule that you put for the chapter, it's for it's the wrong one. It's not the right one.
Yeah, I'll come to that. So homework is 25%, discussion board 15%. Now, so for example, discussion board, right? There will 3 to 4 or maybe 4 to 5 discussion board. Each will be around 3 points, right? So what students would do, they would not do 2 or 3, and they ultimately start losing 6 percentage point. So let's say a student who is supposed to get A minus, miss 2 discussion boards, will get into B minus or B. So I hope you're getting me. If a student is poised to get A minus, good in exams, assignments, but didn't do a discussion board, so he or she will be losing around 6 percentage points. So if you're about to get A plus, you might get A minus. So each point tried not to, not to ignore, right? So I think one of you, just now somebody asked me the schedule for the syllabus. So what is mentioned here as week, it will be, days. So for example, today is day 1. So we are reviewing syllabus. We are talking about biotechnology, history, and all those things. So your week get transformed into days, right? Is this the question you asked me?
Yes, Professor, and I got it. Thank you.
This is for
Days. Yeah, there will be days.
yes. What is mentioned as week here? It is mentioned. The course will progress on daily basis, Monday to Thursdays. So week get transformed into days. So we talked about. I gave you my information. I gave you the Zoom link. I have also posted the Zoom link in the announcement. I talked about course overview, student learning objective. We talked about book. We talked about grading, and so let's briefly talk about topics. So topics are very incremental, right? So meaning that if you have a brick, from that brick you try to make a wall. From that wall you make a room. You put a roof, and you develop a house, a good living space. So this is this course progresses that way on a logical concept. So we talked about history of biotechnology. From tomorrow, you'll see we'll talk about very essential knowledge about atoms, how atoms form molecules, macromolecules. What are those macromolecules that support our cell, whether it is bacterial cell or human cell? Then we go into day 3 by talking about cell structure, how cells divide, how the cells are supported, mitosis, meiosis. So this is one of the most important chapter, and that I want you to focus. Most important and little bit lengthy chapter. There are many small topics and important topics like mitosis and meiosis. So day 3 is a bit more challenging than rest of the days. So then on the day 4, we talk about DNA, the function of DNA, its role in replication or transcription, so on and so forth. In week 5th, we talk about inheritance, Gregor Mendel's work. Now, why do we talk about his work? How does it relate to biotechnology? The way it relates to biotechnology is that Mendel was the person, the father of genetics, who based his hypothesis based upon his observation of inheritance of characters in the pea plant. For example, color of the flower, height of the plant. But these observations, these hypotheses became very relevant with respect to human diseases, particularly like sex-linked diseases, for example, colored blindness or sickle cell anemia, so on and so forth. So now these genetic diseases are passed on from parents to kids. And if depending upon the type of mutation or type of aberration in the chromosomes, the life could be very different for a kid who has genetic problem. Now we have new tools, gene therapy, CRISPR, that can edit the DNA of an infant who is having an abnormal piece of DNA from parents. So from Mendel to human genome to technology, right? This course will try to take you through that. Basic knowledge, applied knowledge. Day 6, we'll talk about recombinant DNA technology like cloning, what vectors are used, how a recombinant insulin is produced, and so forth. Then we talk about on day 7th, protein biotechnology, protein structures, so and so forth. We go into animal biotechnology, biotechnology and environment, stem cell technology, biotechnology in medicine. So first 4 chapters are based upon fundamental concepts. The rest of the 10 chapters are based upon applied version of biotechnology or biology. So with this, I gave you a brief introduction to syllabus. If you have any question, then you can ask. And if there are no questions, then I would like to end this meeting, and I would transform this recording into YouTube, and then I'll post the YouTube in today's learning activity. So that the whole class, because right now we have only 8 students, and this is a class with 27 students. So how will they get the information? They'll get the information through this YouTube video. So the most important thing is that review the syllabus, and second, do your introduction on the discussion board. It carries points, number 1. Number 2, and then I report that as an activity to registrar. If somebody is unable to do that, then that student will mark as an absent, and that might affect the enrollment. That's the CUNY policy, not my policy. So don't forget to do that assignment on the discussion board.
Okay, Professor, thank you. You said read the syllabus to find out when we have classes or whatever. As you say, it's asynchronous, but when we have to meet with you?
Yes, 12:30 to 1:30, Monday to Thursday. If there are any changes, for example, there's a conflict with my meeting, let's say I'm attending a conference or meeting, then I would let you know early in the morning that my office hours has changed.
Not a problem.
But I'll be there. I'll let you know when I'll be available.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Professor.
You too.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. So I'm ending this meeting and try to save this recording, change into YouTube videos, and then put it for rest of the class. So you all have a good day. I'm ending this meeting.
You too,
Bye.
Professor.